Hello, this is Seth Hornby for ZenChain, and today I'll be giving a live demonstration of how our MonitorChain platform can be used by tokens and exchanges to prevent the fallout of dangerous hacks, theft, and other blockchain exploits. Before I begin, I'd like to note that MonitorChain is a live mainnet decentralized application that is up and running and fully operational. However, the test I'll be running today will be using our RinkB testnet version. This version has additional controls as well as some testnet tokens which we've intentionally made that are vulnerable and weak for the purpose of the test. The reason for this is that if we used our mainnet contract, we'd probably sit around waiting for something that may or may not happen. However, before I begin, I will briefly show the interface of the mainnet contract so that you can see how it works. This is the main interface. Now, alerts and updates are available by email, API, as well as through smart contract and through the DApp itself. As you can see, we support over 500 Ethereum tokens. Most of them obviously have a clean state right now, as nothing noteworthy has occurred in terms of a security violation in the last few weeks since our platform has been live. However, we do have one incident here, which I will show before we begin, which is the Poly AI token. Now, if we view the details here, we can see that in late August, there were several incidents where transfer amounts were larger than the total supply of the entire contract. And if we take a closer look, we can see from the holders that, sure enough, we have 4 holders who have more than the full total supply of the token. This happens to not be particularly noteworthy because this contract happens to be one where the token team seems to have abandoned the coin several months ago and it had ceased most mainstream exchange trading. However, it does prove as an example that MonitorChain has value and use to detect such incidents. With that said, I will now switch over to the MonitorChain testnet version. As you can see here, these are 4 tokens that it supports, and all of them are strictly RinkB testnet tokens. All of them have clean details as nothing has occurred. And the use we're going to be having for these tokens today is we're going to be using a test exchange that we built strictly for this purpose. We've called it Zendex. This is a on-chain Ethereum decentralized exchange. The order book, the transactions, everything is done on-chain. Please bear with the function of this exchange, as it was built strictly for demonstration purposes and has nothing to do with the product itself other than to show you simply how it works. I'll now jump into one of these testnet tokens, BUFF. To start, you can see we have a pretty standard order book here with an open sell and buy orders, pretty typical of what you would see on any exchange. To show the RinkB Explorer, you can see this is a pretty new contract. There's not a whole lot going on here. We have a slight issue with the ownership percentage because we've done some heavy resets and abuse of this token. Otherwise, it is pretty much a standard ERC20 token contract. The only interesting thing about it is what I will be getting to quite shortly, which is that it has several vulnerabilities built in. However, before we do that, I'm just going to go ahead and place an order to show that the exchange itself works. You can see I've already uploaded 1 Ether to my account, so I'm just going to go ahead and place a little buy order here. And I'm just going to go ahead and buy 1,000 of them. You can see, or 10,000 here. Due to the fact we're using a testnet, I'm just raising gas fees so that this video goes a little bit quicker, but should work regardless of what we do. And as you see there, we now have our order completed. You can see my balance of Ether has reduced, and within the MetaMask I'm using, we should now see that I have tokens. As you can see there, I now have 10,000 of them as per the order book. Now that we've completed that, next we're going to actually go through the process of what would occur in an actual hack or significant exploit of a blockchain. So what I'll be doing next is I'm going to be recreating the batch overflow or proxy overflow bugs that occurred in April 2018 and affected over 10 Ethereum tokens, including the Beauty coin and Smart Mesh. What should be occurring momentarily is that I will be receiving an infinite sum of tokens, which will set off MonitorChain's detection and freeze trading of the token itself. As you can see, I now have far more tokens than I should ever possibly have. And sure enough, right on cue, Zendex has suspended trading of the market for this coin. To show a little bit further why, we can go back into Etherscan, and you can see these transactions right here, which show the exploit itself. And of course, the holders table is also badly, badly broken. Going to MonitorChain itself, we'll just go back and check the token page, and we can see we have an incident here as it caught the issue on this token. Now, to show just how much this does in terms of being used as an on-chain oracle, we'll assume that now, since I have stolen these coins, that I would be the person who is the hacker, and I'm now looking to launder or sell these tokens on the market. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and do just that, which is that I'm going to try and dump these stolen counterfeit tokens on the market by just, for starters, filling the lowest order on the book, but in a normal use case, I'd be filling everything plus what liquidity pools top up anything that goes through. I'm going to click sell. Now, the way this chain works, this decentralized exchange works, is it does involve 2 transactions to place an order. Not the cleanest use case, but as I said, this is strictly a test exchange. So what's going to happen is, since we've blocked this at the smart contract level, the second transaction will throw an error. This is great for security because it means it's not just the UI and the interface that's blocking the trade, but it's actually done at the core level of the exchange, and there's no way possibly that we can run a trade. There's no modification I can do this. There's no manual transaction I can put via command line. Nothing will work. This will fail 100% of the time. At this point, you can see that trading has been successfully halted and will remain suspended until an authorized party reinstates it. Thank you for watching. This has been Seth Hornby for ZenChain.